Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be talking about a couple of tips that help me finally become profitable. Boom. So, as you guys know, I was a full-time trader from 2020 all the way until 2022, but I didn't make a single dollar until my FTMO interview, which a lot of you guys know me by, right? I finally became profitable because I stuck to certain rules that I kind of didn't know until, trial and error, right? And these are kind of some things that I really want to tell you guys to, kind of push you guys that, to the extra push, the extra level you guys are looking for, right? And this is what this video is about. Of course, I'm going to be breaking down GJ marking up from square one, the weekly time frame, marking it up, showing market structure, and giving you guys a breakdown of what I think is going to happen tonight while doing this commentary style, right? Couple of tips, a couple of tricks that help me finally become profitable. The little psychological warfare in your mind, there's little things to it, right? That I preach to all my students in the academy, and I told them from day one, so I can just cut the road in half for them, right? Listen, this and this and that is something that helped me. I highly recommend you guys do it. If you guys also are interested in joining, please reach out to me. And yeah, let's get straight into the breakdown. So, so what's going on, everybody? Now that we're back on the charts, I kind of want to start off on the weekly time frame while I'm breaking down GJ, right? Like always, I'm a top-down analysis trader, right? And while I'm breaking over the GJ, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks. Not really tricks, right? Just really tips. There's no tricks in forex. Really, just some tips of how I finally became profitable after 2 years of failing FTMO accounts, guys. 2 years of just challenges being failed over and over and over again, just dropping $600 on the accounts over and over again, right? And in this instance, I'm going to be showing you guys while breaking down the chapter, while breaking down the course, some things that really helped me. And I'm going to start off with the biggest one, guys. I'm going to start off with the biggest one. And, without this to me, guys, it was crucial when I finally understood this, guys. And it was trade one pair, right? One or two pairs. I only trade one. And this, changed my perspective on trading, right? And, there's a couple reasons why. And you guys must be like, really, man? Like, we're Forex traders, not a GJ trader, GU trader, UJ trader. Yeah, man. But let me explain what I mean by this, right? And this can go hand in hand with trading, finding, and trading your session. And I'm going to put an emphasis actually on the your, right? You want to find your session. You want to trade your session and only your session, right? And now let me explain why. And that's because every pair trades differently at different times, right? They have its, what I call tendencies. They have their own tendencies, okay? GJ tends to do certain things in New York that it doesn't do in London. GJ tends to do, and I'm only using GJ as an example because that's what I trade. GJ tends to do things that in London that doesn't happen in New York, in Asia session that doesn't happen in the Tokyo session, right? And it just goes on and on and on and on. And you can keep going, right? And that's the important thing, right? When you're trading, you want to start talking consistency, right? Consistency is the biggest thing in trading for a lot of traders, right? That they struggle with. And you can't find consistency when you're doing different things all the time, right? So that's why I come over here and I tell you guys, you guys need to trade one pair, right? You guys need to trade one pair. You guys need to stick to a session. Find the session that works for your lifestyle best. And when you find that session, try to realize the things that happen in that session, right? GBBJPY for me, I realized there's a lot of different things on GBBJPY, right? And that's that it's going to do different things in different areas. And when I finally understood that, I started to become profitable because I started to understand GJ almost like it was like my kid, right? When you're doing something and you're looking at something every single day, you literally start to understand what it does at certain times, why, when, where, its tendencies, right? And tendencies is a big thing. Tendencies is something that's overlooked in trading because you're so focused on the money, you're so focused on buying or selling that you're not really realizing what's happening, or you're overlooking it because you think it's just something happening, right? And that's not the case, guys. That's not the case. Everything happens for a reason. You guys gotta want to really dial in on that. So as you guys see, the newest tip that I just put up on the screen is to log your trades, guys. Sorry for the little stuttering. Is log your trades, guys. I'm going to show you something personal and how I log my trades and how it's helped me, right? Now, why do you log your trades, right? I log everything from something mistakes I made, whether it be long or short, the date, which I don't have over here, which I should, the pair, screenshots on what happened on the weekly, daily, H4, or any other time frame. I usually put a long description, right? I'll usually put a long description. Sometimes I even record it and kind of go over and break it down for myself, right? This is a week where I went three wins and one loss, and I'm logging everything, right? And because the week isn't over, I haven't added any post-week notes, but I get everything, guys. I make sure I get everything, and this is something that helped me because listen, in this market, you either do one or two things. You either win or you learn. And if you take things and if you lose from them, right? And if you look at it as a losing opportunity instead of a learning opportunity, you're looking at it in the wrong way, brother. You're looking at it the wrong way. You really want to, learn from everything. So when I started logging my trades the way I did, everything changed. Every week I started to see the tendencies I started to do, right? What I started to do when I started to panic, when my emotions took control, when I did great things, things that I want to continue to do, things I peeped, price action signals, candle formations that I've seen before and I marked down, so I visualize them, right? There's so many things that go into this and people don't really realize, right? People don't really realize what it really goes into because you really kind of want to get, trading is, there's a lot of valuables in trading, guys, and it's different, and it's not just, it's not just one pair, it's not just one session. It's also doing things like logging your trades, right? And for those of you who don't have a real account or are getting ready for the FTMO account or anything like that, right? Open up a demo account and log trades like that. There's nothing like experience in the market, right? There's literally nothing like experience in the market. You want to have that experience in the market. You want to understand what's happening in the market, right? And logging your trades like that is going to be the best way for you guys to do that, right? So I'm finishing up my little analysis on GJ, and before I give you guys the synopsis, right? Before I give you the diagnosis, what's happening tonight, what I have happening tonight, I'm going to begin to the last point of trading, right? So a tip that helped me become profitable. So the last tip that I have for you guys, right, is to one, before session, you want to analyze before session, like a nice hour, 30 minutes before session, leave it, and then when you're ready to trade, come onto the computer and don't do nothing, right? Don't do anything, right? And what do I mean by that? What do you mean don't do anything, right? For me personally, this is kind of more of a personal thing that a lot of you might also encounter, right? I'll analyze I used to analyze the market, and then when I went on to take a trade, I would have everything set and I would start deviating from the plan, right? So currently right here, right, for GBJPY, I'm breaking down GBJPY, and I currently have a higher high in the H4, right? I have a higher high in the H4. We're pulling back to an area support and resistance. I'm now looking for price to reject off this area to continue to go long, right? I have my arrow set. I have my fib set. I know everything that I want to happen, right? I will not. I will now currently I will now come here, right? And I will literally do nothing but wait for price to come down here and take a trade down here, right? But before, right? Before I would have these lines. I would know where price wants to go. I would know where I would want to short, right? Let's say I wanted to short down here. I would know where I want to short. But before, man, the emotions start getting into, into the way. And this is where the psychological warfare in your mind comes into play, right? You start getting all these emotions. You don't want to miss out on trades. You think you could catch a sniper entry, yada, yada, yada. But that's not what you analyzed before, right? Those thoughts are coming into your head because you're in session, you're about to take a trade, right? But they weren't there when you were analyzing 3 hours before session, right? When it wasn't even your time to trade, right? You were literally analyzing based on what the market was giving you. Stick with that, guys. So right now, if I want to short down here, right? If I said the only way I'm shorting, because we're in a bullish market, the only way we're shorting is if we break structure down here. Sometimes I'll go in and then we'll start getting bearish movement down here, right? We'll start breaking under. And then I'm like, oh man, well, let me short. And then boom, I end up shorting and price comes into here and then starts going long, right? When originally I only had it going here, going long, price starts to break under. I would start to deviate from the plan. I would actually end up going short here and not down here. And then price would just fake me out and then continue to go the other way, right? And I don't know if that's something something that you guys encounter, but that's something I did, right? Emotions come into session, because you're looking for a nice trade. You're starting to see candles open up, volume's kicking in, shit's moving, right? Fast and quick, and you want a sniper entry. But listen, you're not always going to get that, right? Stick to their analysis before session, right? And leave everything marked up. I want to go long here, I want to go short here, and I'm not going to do anything else unless it does one of these two things, right? I would then hop on, and then, just deviate. And that's how I lost a lot of the times, guys. And what I mean by set forget is, one, set and forget your analysis, and two, when you're in a trade, man, set and forget. So what I mean by this is, this is like a typical saying that just kind of came into being, right? Sometimes I would set a position, right? I would set a position, and then, I'll look for re-entries. We go into profit, I'll look for re-entries, and then we get taken break even, and then I just start doing too much when I'm in a trade. That's something I encountered. I don't know about you guys, but I encountered something that was that was bothering me, which was doing too much while I was in the trade, right? I was in the trade, I would start to look to stack, I would start to look to move my stop loss, I would start to look to take profits early, and I hated that, right? Because then if price flew into profit right into here, I would be like, okay, you know what, let me take profit right here. And then prices continues to go up, and I'm missing out on so many pips and profits, guys. Or price would go into profit, and I'll move break even, and then price would come down, right? And then price would come down, take me out break even perfectly, and then just continue to go my way. When in reality, if I had just kept it the way I did in the very beginning and put my phone down, right, we wouldn't be in this position, and I would have won a trade. And instead, now I either lost, or I went break even, or I secured not enough profits, right? And then that messes up your risk to reward. So it's just a domino effect, right? And these are kind of the tips that help me become profitable. And it's a lot of psychological mental warfare, right? You got to get over that. You got to get over the self-doubt. You got to trust and be confident in your analysis. And yeah, man, I hope you guys take a lot from this video. With that being said, guys, what do I have on JPY? I have a beautiful higher high. I want price to pull back into this area of support and resistance, and then I want price to continue to go up all the way to the 168.000. Honestly, a little lower, 167.960. That's exactly where I want to take price at. Price has broken above, retested, and then came all the way up. Currently, we're breaking above. I want price to come and retest, and then continue to go up. We've had choppy markets, but today I actually have a nice setup. So I want to drop a breakdown. I've been thinking about this topic video for a while, and I'm glad I put it together for you guys, so you guys can learn from it. You guys take value from it, and anything else. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to join the academy, if you guys want a full Forex course with 24/7 communication, signals, and mentorship, email me at alex.romero@rocketmail.com or alexromero11_ at Instagram. I hope you guys have a great day. Turn your post notifications on so you guys can catch this with me. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you have to do. I hope you guys learn from this, and please, guys, let's be profitable together. I'll see you guys in London. Deuces.